What up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Tonio, you focused?
Yes.
You died?
I think I just
Just did enough to cut it off. Yep. How's everyone doing tonight? It is Wednesday, hump day, Wednesday, into the biz. We're going to talk about marriage to the business. Go ahead and make that public. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm.
coach.
Listen, so we just finished our small groups marriage class. This is week 4 for us because everyone took off for Magic City, and so we are a week behind versus our other small groups. So this is week 4 for us. Today in our small groups, we actually are going to talk about tonight what we talked about in our small groups. So I think that will be really good for all the people who are in business together, all the people who are aspiring to be in business together. Don't be afraid to do it. Just do it.
What title I gave you?
I don't. How to keep the love going is what you told me.
Well, that's really not what he said.
Let's get into it. You want to tell them what we watched? Okay, go ahead.
Tell him.
We can't just jump in and just go. All right, you want to do a recap first? Recap. Read the comments right there. Recap today. Like always, in these last few weeks, I had 2 sick babies today. To the right at the top. I had 2 sick babies today. Aaliyah and Ashlyn. So they both took majority of my time. What's up, Victoria?
What's up?
Finished some ads. I had a lot of ads rejected last night. So I stayed up late last night to probably about 2 a.m. working on Facebook ads, trying to convert them from being rejected to being approved. I got my last one rejected 8 a.m. this morning. Yes, I was up. I got the ding and I was trying to request it, to review it so that I can have it rolling. So Facebook ads are rolling. If you guys see our Facebook ads, like, share it, tag somebody if you think it will be beneficial to them. So yeah. So I got the kids ready. I went back to sleep.
You went back to sleep, bro? What kind of work? I ain't even gonna get on you.
I went back to sleep till 9 o'clock. I did. Hey, absolutely. Went back to sleep around to about 9. Then my mama woke me up because she has the flu. So yeah, she woke me up.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's doing a lot better. So yeah. After that, I did some real estate. I called Antonio a lot. He was at properties, so I got bored.
On top of what I was doing, got on my nerves today.
Yeah, I got on his nerves. But that's because he teased me and Yasmin with lunch.
I did not tease y'all.
Talking about it. So I just wanted it, and I just wanted to know, like, when are you going to bring this that you talking about at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Can I tell you my day? Because you went on.
What's up, Mr. Brasher?
10 minutes about your day.
Yeah, come on, tell us how you feel
Boy.
today.
Man, I had a great idea. I got a leak at one that's ready to go. So I was ready for the cleaning lady to go work on it, but I got a leak. And it's a small leak.
But it's a big problem.
But it wasn't supposed to be no big problem. But keep in mind, if you know us or you know about us, I don't do any work anymore. So if I don't do any work, that means I don't have any what?
Tools.
I don't have any tools. So I decided to just tackle this leak with no tools. Man, when I tell you 5 times
you
today,
guys, I kept getting emails from Home Depot with receipts. I'm like, I thought he was on his way.
Like I would buy something and take it back. Then I would buy the wrong piece, have to take it back. So luckily, Lowe's was down the street. We were down the street. I went to both of them, by the way. But
I only got the Home Depot ones.
And I still did not finish it. I just gave up. I finished it halfway. I said, I'm going to just call a plumber. I'm gone. I promise you. it kicked my butt today. I ain't gonna
So
lie.
listen, I am such a big fan that if it takes more than 15 minutes, you should not be doing it if it's not your specialty.
But I ain't never heard you say that before.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So listen, this thing took him 4, maybe 5 hours.
It was not supposed. Literally.
At some point, you should have quit at an hour.
It was supposed to take an hour, but it just didn't work like that. And I didn't want to quit because I still can't accomplish my goal of the cleaning lady come to clean. But at 3-4 hours, I was like,
dude, you got a meeting that's about to be waiting.
I got to go.
And luckily, the meeting was pushed. I just didn't tell him, but he literally got back with lunch before the meeting. So we are on the meeting eating, and it's a Zoom meeting. So unfortunately, we had 8 because we are doing intermittent fasting. So we was just all over the board today. And by the time we got out of our meeting, it was time for me to pick up the kids.
You're right, Mr. Story. I know you were right. I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it. But it was like, it was kicking my butt. She kept calling me, didn't want nothing. So I'm like,
I
can focus on what I'm doing. I can't even focus on what I'm doing. You keep calling.
Because he was taking too long.
Just leave me alone.
I needed to strategize something about him, but he wasn't available.
Ooh. So I ain't had one of them days in a long time. Like I ain't had no hammer, no screwdriver, no flathead, no pliers. I'm like, oh, this wasn't supposed to be this hard.
He literally don't have a screwdriver. I'm waiting on him to change my tag.
I got one now.
Like he can't ask his contractors for a screwdriver. I just don't get it.
I got one now, baby.
All right. So married to this today. About Steve said he feel you, bro.
Trying to say. All right,
you got your notes up. So
all right. So we watched a series, and what the guy talked about was 4 ways to prove love to your significant other. This is for people who's already married. If you're not married, you can take that same advice, but it's 4 ways to prove your love. And you got something to say, Yasmin?
Yeah, we in the office, so Yasmin over here giggling.
Oh my God. So 4 ways to prove your love: by your sacrifice, by your time, by your energy, and by your attitude.
All right.
So we're gonna break them down.
All right. So sacrifice will be 1. I remember there was a time in our marriage where we not sure we were married.
What story you gonna tell?
Antonio had an addiction to, like, he would spend hours, sometimes days. He would come home. He would cut it off like 4 a.m. in the morning and probably go to sleep for 2 hours, then leave to go to work, and then come back to the PlayStation. You remember that time?
I'm sorry, that's a problem.
But that became a big problem because I was like secondary. I was secondary to PlayStation. Madden, whatever year that was, 2K, whatever, was really primary in our marriage. So in your marriage, you're gonna have times where you have to sacrifice sometimes things that you like to really spend time growing that relationship with your spouse. A lot of times, both of you are going to sacrifice something because time is important.
You want to talk about sacrifice, not time.
But it rolled into each other because it goes into time. All right. Yes, I said the college.
It was your fault. I'm playing you. So sacrifice. The next one is time.
Did you want to add anything to sacrifice?
Sacrifice? No.
No, but
not nothing major. For me, and from what he was saying, sacrifice is big, and your significant other knows those things. When you stop playing the game a lot, when you stop golfing a lot, when you stop spending time with your friends a lot, and you're making sacrifices to be with your significant other, they see those things. And those type of things are what makes a marriage. Those are the type of things that build emotions, and those are the type of things that build love and confidence in one another.
Absolutely. Because when you're dating, you sacrifice everything. Like you tune everything else out and you pay attention to whoever that is that you're dating. When you're on a date, you're paying attention to them. If your phone rings, you'll hit it in your pocket and you'll end the call without actually picking it up. But we realize that when you're married, you don't mute that phone call anymore. You actually still pick that phone. You pick it up. And that really is showing your spouse that you're not sacrificing for them. It's okay if you have some type of communication and understanding about it, but don't constantly pick up your phone during that time because it just shows a lack of interest, in my opinion.
Yeah. So the next one, first one was sacrifice. The next one was time. So where are you spending your time at? Are you spending your time with your friends? Are you spending your time at work?
Are you spending it with your kids?
Spending time with your kids. I do time. Actually, made a comment. I don't know what we were talking about, and I think we did a podcast, and they asked her, "What would you be doing if you wasn't in real estate?" And she made a comment. She was like, "I'd probably be divorced because she was spending a lot of time at work."
I was.
So her time wasn't at home. Her time wasn't with the kids. It was at work. So did we have conversations about it? Yes.
Oh, plenty of times.
Did it change? Not much.
Well, because in my opinion, during that time, work was important to me. I was climbing corporate ladders, so I felt like I had to prove myself. I had to prove everything that I do to show them that I was worthy enough for the position and I was worthy enough for a promotion. So as we were building and as I was growing and learning, I would have to stay late to fix the errors of my team, or
excuses.
At least I felt like I did.
Excuses.
And I felt like I was the most productive after hours once everybody left. But that also caused friction. And it was good as long as he was in football practice. But the moment he came home from football practice and found out that his wife was not there cooking,
got problems.
Yeah, we had issues.
The third thing is energy. And what we're talking about, if you just joined, we're talking about the 4 ways to prove you love somebody. Whether you're dating, whether you're married, you fell out of love. These are the 4 ways to prove you love somebody. Third one is energy. So what would you say about energy?
Energy is where you're spending your energy. Like where are you showing that you care, showing things that you want to do? Where do you want to spend that time? Where are you sacrificing? Where are you putting that energy toward? Are you putting it towards everyone else instead of your marriage, or are you putting it towards your spouse, your significant other, and really showing them you want to be around them, showing them you want to date?
I would say it's just like when they're around, are you happy? Are you showing them that you're happy? Are you engaged? Are you giving off energy? Are you excited to be with them?
Or are you just there because you're
just
supposed
to be there?
Yeah.
Like there's 2 different ways that it can go. So if you're having issues, you probably ain't giving your wife no energy or your husband no energy when you are together.
Yeah,
affection can fall under energy, so touching, kissing, rubbing, those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all laughing about?
Yes, and over here giggling.
Hey,
she's not comfortable listening to us talk about that.
We're gonna catch some of these nose hills.
I always date my queen. Absolutely,
yes,
better.
Yes,
absolutely.
All right. The 4th one is attitude. What's your attitude like towards me?
Are you grateful? Are you rude, mean, aggravated, don't want to be around them? All of that. You about to get an attitude. All of that carries into your relationship. Every year, your marriage should get better and better. So how people say like, "Oh, you've been married forever." Oh, I know it's miserable. No, it should be miserable. It should get better and better every year. You should be growing closer and closer together. I don't know if we've ever told you guys this, but there should be a triangle. All right. And in this triangle, husband is right here, wife is right here, whatever order, it doesn't matter what order, but God is in the center. And as you are growing and you're keeping your focus on God, you will get closer and closer together in that triangle. So that's why your marriage should be better and better every year. God is first, your spouse is second. We talked about
that's the last
that
topic we're here.
yeah,
We
that was
that
really
also.
touchy because a lot of times as parents, as mothers, we put our kids first. And not intentionally, not in a negative way, but you feel like your kids need you, you birth them, and it's just a special bond that you have with your kids. But it's really important that your kids know the man is the head of the household. They come second. You guys are one.
Yes, you are united front.
You are a united front
on all things.
Yes, and they come second. Um, Even they come actually third. Honestly,
Yeah, they third.
They may fall even fourth some days, but God is first. Your spouse is second, and then your kids will come.
Yes. So it could be a tough conversation to have to tell your kids, hey, I love you, I birthed you in a sense, but understand your dad is still first in my life and he's head of the household.
And even if that's not their dad, it becomes an even tougher situation.
Yes.
But I think as wives, we have to show them Christ-like personalities. Yes. So we have to show them how Christ is the head of the church, the man is the head, and then the woman follows. We have to show that in the household so that when they become wives or when the sons become husbands, they know exactly what that order should be and how that flow is. Some people may say, oh no, that's not how their house is, and that's fine. But I can tell you from us that has given us the most success, that allows us to work together. Because although we are leaders, at the end of the day, Antonio will say, yes, I'm the leader in the office, but he is the overall leader. And I'm not moving unless he says God has spoken to him and said, this is where we should go. I'm not going to just I ask God to bring that vision to his life, to his head, to make it clear to him and make it clear to me, so that we're in the right direction. But God is head, the man is second, and then the wife.
All right, I said that was the last time. I got one more.
Okay.
Back to the topic of overall Married to the Biz. Fellas, just because you sit with your wife all day and do business does not mean that's time.
That is not.
That is not time to her. She needs time away from the business. She needs time away from the kids.
Away from the house.
Your time.
Yes.
Talking about worldly things.
I just I didn't even know we were sitting next to each other.
Things like you get that confused and feel like I've been sitting next to you all day. You got your time. Now I'm finna go run the streets. It does not work like that. If you want to success.
Affection, we need love, and guys too. Sometimes a lot of guys don't know how to explain that. Guys need it too. They need that affection. They need that love, because they need it just as much as a woman. We are just vocal, or we shut down when we don't get it.
Yeah. So I will say, when I was younger in the marriage, I would always be like, bro, we sat here for 6 hours straight. Like, I came to the office to give you time, and now I'm trying to go do this and that. And it's like, why you, like, what's going on? Like, how do you need? But it took time. It took understanding to realize that that's not time. That's not.
That's like obligation. That's not.
It's not.
That's not one-on-one. You
Yeah.
didn't ask me what I'm thinking about. Is there anything stressing me out? You can ask me if I needed my back rub, my foot massage, especially
All
my
that, all
foot
that,
massage.
all
I
that.
need that.
All that good stuff. So I will say advice. Set some work cutoffs, set some family time,
Yes.
set some wife time,
Spend time.
so that it's you hitting all the points. For us, after about 6 o'clock, work is about done unless you pick up something 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's about it. It's kind of cut off. I ain't talking to no contractors.
Not
I
talking
ain't
to
too much
any
sending too many
cus-
texts. I ain't
Right.
paying no bills. After 6, it's kind of done. On the weekend, it's surely a no
It's
go.
shut off on the weekend
Oh
unless
my
we have
God.
an event that we're doing. It's cut off. Sometimes we don't even look at our emails on the weekends. Sometimes we don't even look at it on Sunday because we don't even want that type of energy
Yes.
in our lives before Monday comes.
And our kids know it's daytime. We know, right? Weekend all time. If we sit in the house for a little too long, or they coming out there and be like, hey,
Can
what
we
we
go
doing?
somewhere? What we
What's going
doing?
on? Like,
Can we go outside
they
and play
know
together?
the weekend is their time. They know we're going to church on Sunday. They know we're going to spend some time at the church together. So I will say find cutoff times, find windows so that you guys are hitting all the boxes with your time.
As much as possible. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to tell you that when you set the schedule, your schedule is going to always be the same. It's not. Life is going to happen in between. Things are going to happen, but you got to keep a conscious mind about it to know that, okay, although all this is happening, how do we get back on track?
Facts.
How do we get back on track? All right.
All right. Questions?
I was just going to say that.
What you going to say?
If you guys have any questions, put it in the chat.
You
Let's answer some
said
questions.
if you guys got questions, like you said too many words there.
Because I only said one word.
Get snapped to the point. Appreciate y'all entrepreneur, man. Just doing our best
Pioneer.
to push people forward, help people in their situations. Because a lot of people ask us, man, how y'all do it? I mean, we try to give you tips and the secrets to how we do it. We ain't perfect by no stretch of the imagination.
Right. But this is what works for us. And surely if we can do it, you guys can do it. Like, it's easy as long as you set those boundaries, have communication, talk to each other, find out what it is each other wants and need, and just grow together.
As long as your significant other is priority, more than likely things will work out.
Yeah. Because what you don't want to happen is, and I'm just waiting on y'all to just start typing some questions. Yeah.
So we slide. Don't say
I got a question. You can still type it if you do. What you don't want to do is, as your kids start getting in sports, you start focusing on them, and you forget about the marriage. You forget about your spouse because everyone is busy. Everyone is running and ripping around, even in those situations.
And I seen somebody put an update earlier. Yeah, can you pull it up? You gotta work that system.
It always be date their queen. Absolutely.
Yeah, somebody put down one
right there.
I'm always dating my queen. That was about. It's always about dating. It's about showing that she's priority and she's number one. She needs it. She's wired that way. It's not just your wife.
Right. You all calendar each other in to make sure you all have some consistency in your marriage. We don't calendar each other in. We share which helps. We used to do it every Friday was date night until we got 5 kids, and that became hard.
I'll say this. Wednesday nights
and through the day, Wednesday day,
our date night for the most part, because we're doing something at the office and the oldest is babysitting. So usually,
or mommy's babysitting.
Yeah. So usually on Wednesday night, she sneak in a little Mexican or something. We go out to have a little dinner together.
And Sunday nights are my date nights when we're doing classes. We sneak off right after the class, and that's my date night. That's my time to get it in.
Now she get her time. She ain't shy about saying I need some time.
Well, I have to, because if not, it's out of sight, out of mind for Antonio. So I just want to make sure he knows what I need.
Facts.
So that we can work together. We haven't executed this yet, but I feel like we're getting closer to it. But Wednesdays are supposed to be our zone out days.
And we're like halfway there, halfway not there.
Yeah. Wednesdays supposed to be our zone out days where we don't do anything business, do anything but focus. It's called Vision Wednesdays, where we focus on each other. And then if we have other visions where we talk about the business or talk about ways to basically get better at whatever we need to do, we can talk about it on Wednesday, strategize about it, and not have to worry about everything. It's easier to work on your business when you step away from your business versus being in your business. That would probably be very
scaling.
Okay.
That fall under scaling, working on your business, not in your business.
Okay.
Well, we thank y'all for listening to us tonight. Hope that's something that helped you. Hope we sparked a conversation piece with you and your significant other.
Like and share if you think this will be helpful to somebody, if they are getting ready to go in business with each other, or they're in business with each other, they're having some kind of conflict in their marriage. I would say share it with them. Share it with everyone you know. Just let us be able to help more people.
We got REI Live.
Next Tuesday.
We got REI Live.
My worker don't know how to do this right now. She new to this system. I got shut up. Today.
I'm trying to get you the signal to put it on the screen.
All right. Give Birth though will be at REI Live next Tuesday. Open at 5:30. Event starts at 6 p.m. We will be at the Vulcan Park and Museum in the lecture room. Make sure you're there. It's absolutely free for all first timers. So get there. Whatever you got to do, get there. If your plans are to take off in 2023, then you need to be there. Gilberto is going to show you how to take your business to new heights and new levels.
I think we need to revisit my plan. Put me on the guy. I think y'all shot me down before, but y'all might be greater than that. All first time guests get VIP.
All right, so since he said it tonight,
bam.
All first time guests can get VIP.
Come to VIP, talk with us, talk with the speaker, get a bite to eat, get a couple drinks.
We can't say no now. He just did it on camera on purpose. So we got to roll with it.
Gotta learn how to put him on the spot sometime.
On my high five.
Where we going, man? Y'all think y'all
Love you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are talking about money. So tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Please have a very good night, baby.
Yeah.